Hi boys, it's time for grade 4 math. All right, so today maybe you've already read about your lesson a little bit. You're talking about place value, especially in the thousandths place. Remember, that's with the THS. All right, so that would be after the decimal point. If you read, you noticed how it talked about the tenths place is like the dimes if we're talking dollars and cents. The hundredths place is like pennies if we're talking dollars and cents. And the thousandths place is actually a coin or a token we used to have until about 1960 called a mill. We don't use it any longer, but if you look at the gas station, the amount we pay for gas is still in mills. So you'll notice that it will go into the thousandths. Okay? The main thing you want to remember is just for each spot that you have, it has its own value. If it helps you to write this down on a note card so that you have it there and can place your numbers in each of those spots, wherever the decimal point is, here you've got ones, tens, hundreds, and so on. To the right of the decimal point, you'll have tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. So if I write the number 461 and 325 thousandths, what number is in the thousandths place? The 5. What number is in the tenths place? The tenths. Okay? If you have questions, make sure that you ask me. Also, look around on your math. I noticed there's a link to Saxon Math. Sometimes you can go to their website and there might be other activities that you can do to help with that as well. That's it for math today. All right, I'm back. It's time for grade 3 and 4 science and Wisconsin history. Just a reminder, we talked about how you're going to use your paper that we started last week in science with all of the different types of clouds to do a weather report. Joanna, thanks for sending me a picture of the type of clouds we had in the sky where you were today. Each day, and if you could try to do it about the same time, around 10 or 10:30, I'd like each of you to send me a report, and feel free to have somebody take a video of you, even outside if you can. But tell me what type of clouds we're having. Find out the temperature. Is there any precipitation? What's the sky looking like? How much wind are we having? And feel free to use your devices or watch the weather reports to be able to get that information for yourself. If you happen to have a thermometer outside at your house, feel free to include that in your video as well. Looking forward to seeing you. And then also, I'll have your test ready this afternoon on lead rush, which was the Mining Wisconsin Week 10. That one looks like so. All right, that's one you should have had finished already. Your answers for the crossword puzzle, number 6 across was Mineral Point, number 8 across was Bullets, and 10 across was Gray Gold. If you look at the answers going down, number 1 down was Southwestern, number 2 is Smelter, number 3 is Zinc, number 4 is Badger, number 5, Pick, number 7 is Pellets, and number 9 is Lead. Okay, so that should help you with that. Make sure that you've read everything else, and then you can take the test on that. One of the things that is incorrect on your calendar, I'd like you to start reading the Blackhawks final stand about Wisconsin settlers here. But what I'd like you to do first, before you read it, would you please read How Can I Be an Active Reader? Really think about that, because that's something that you should be using no matter what you're reading. When you're reading your chapter book or when you're reading these papers or anything else, how can you be an active reader? Put those suggestions into practice. Okay? Read it on your Studies Weekly, and then that test will be up on Friday. And we'll talk a little bit more about it later in the week. Alrighty? Alright. Thanks. That's it for Studies Weekly. Dun, 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 dun. Hi, Joanna. It's time for grade 3 math. Oh my goodness. Was your mind blown if you already looked at your lesson for today? Wasn't it the hardest lesson ever? You had to be able to figure out if a number is even or odd. You remember the shortcut for that one, right? If you can divide an even number into 2 equal piles, you know it's even. It also happens to have a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 in the ones place of that number. How is it odd? Well, you can't divide it in two equal piles. You'll always have at least one left over. And in the ones place, you have the digits 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Thanks so much for your picture of the kind of clouds that you had in the sky today for science. Enjoy your math lesson today. I look forward to seeing how you did. Talk to you soon. Bye.